What's up, guys? It's the Network, and we're back with another video. And today we're talking about how to get instant luxury apartment approvals. This is the Network, and this video is educational purposes only. So, getting approved for apartments in 2024 and 2025. So, if you have tried getting approved for apartments in 2024 and 2025, then you know how challenging the process has become. Getting a place to live has become more strenuous than ever, and the qualifications are consistently rising because of the rising cost of rent. So using a CPN to get approved for apartments is what we're going to be really discussing here today, guys. And this is educational purposes only. So getting approved for an apartment in the past was once an easier process in general, and especially easier with a CPN. These processes have become more advanced, and there are more needed steps to take to get a successful approval. To get approvals now, you need to make sure your profile has 650 score or higher, as well as primaries on the file. That is the big one, guys, because usually people could get approved for apartments with authorized user trade lines only, but now you have to have primaries on the file as well. Authorized user lines are needed as well on the profile to give you a more diverse file, and it looks more realistic, and it gives you a better overall approval chances on your profile. Once again, this is educational purposes only, guys, and we're just educating you guys on what is happening in that area. So in the network, we offer same-day files that automatically come with primary lines added to the custom file. And we'll discuss that a little bit more in more detail later, but let's just get into a little bit more of the details of the process. So CPNs don't work with all property companies, so this is what people need to keep in mind. You have to understand that all property management companies aren't created equal, and they all won't accept CPNs. Every property company runs credit through different credit bureaus. Some property management companies use multiple credit bureaus to run credit, and some companies only run one or two bureaus. These details are what matters the most. You need to know what property management companies you're dealing with and what credit bureau they're typically dealing with, and if your primaries on your file report to that specific bureau that they deal with. So this is a big one, guys. You need to understand who you're dealing with. And when you understand who you're dealing with, what I mean by that is what property management company are you dealing with specifically. And then when you figure out what property management company you're dealing with specifically, then you need to figure out what credit bureau they typically run when they run the credit. And this is as easy as calling into the apartment complex that you're interested in and seeing what credit bureau they actually run or what credit bureau they use when they run the credit. The only thing is with this, guys, this is shooting in the dark. And like I've explained on previous videos, guys, we don't like to shoot in the dark. We want to shoot directly at the target that we want to acquire. So if we want to get a certain apartment, we want to really choose our apartment based off of what our CPN can get approved for rather than vice versa. You don't want to try to pick the apartment and then try to figure out how to get the CP approved for the apartment. Educational purposes only. So matching your CPN with the right apartment. So when you're ready to get your apartment, you need to have primary files on the exact credit bureau that the apartment you're applying to runs credit for, like we were explaining earlier. You have to keep in mind that apartments are usually ran by larger property management companies, so doing some research on them would help you out a lot in this process. And like I said, you can just call in. It's as simple as that. Sometimes they will. You don't want to call in and ask that specific question. You want to have a natural conversation, because calling in and asking what credit bureau they use as a first or second question isn't typically how that conversation goes. So you don't want to call in and ask that specific question, but if you have a natural conversation and it leads to that specific question, then that's fine. They usually would answer that. That's not really abnormal to ask, because you are going to have to run your credit and you are going to have to be prepared for that credit check. So we here at the network have already done the heavy lifting and can create you a same-day file. So that would get you a score within 48 hours. So this is the best way to do this process, is just to get you a same-day file. And once you get the same-day file, then you can get the CPN apartment package. And then that would basically get you good to go, so you can be able to get your apartment approval immediately, and you don't have to shoot in the dark and try to guess if you're going to get an approval or not. So after that file is created, then we can help match you with the correct property management company that will help you with the best chances for approval. So the Instant Crib Approval Guide. So this is the guide that I'm speaking about. So click the link below and message us to request the same-day file. And then the same-day file, for a limited time only, guys, we will be offering the Instant Crib Approval Guide with the same-day file. We also can assist with the Instant Crib Approval Guide. Exactly. So these two main things will be what you need to get this process done quickly and efficiently. This is what you guys would be typically doing if you did it on your own. So if you were out here and you were looking for an apartment and you wanted to match it up with your CP profile, you would still have to make sure that you can get approved through that property management company. Then you would also have to make sure that you have the primaries on your profile, and then you would have to make sure you have a couple authorized users on that profile as well. But what this does for you guys is it gets you the same day file, and that same day file already has authorized users and primary accounts on that file, and it's obviously going to be made for the name, educational purposes only, the name that you choose. And then you'll be ready to go from there within 24 to 48 hours, depending on when you get the file. And this would also come with the Crib Approval Guide. And this guide will show you the property management companies you need to deal with directly. This will also show you how to apply and what to say on the application, etc. These things are pretty simple, but the thing is finding the exact companies you need to deal with to get that approval. But once again, guys, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. It's the network, back with another video. For bundle deal on guide and save day file, reference this video and offer, and we will honor the deal. Limited time offer. Click link below to contact us, and we'll see you on the next one.